you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I pissed so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around.
Well, Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Set and Lobo. 59. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Get it.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
It's a gain of 5.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 34-yard line. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Crunch. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check. Protein spill. Wide. Get wide.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in the game.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Hatch it. Hey, switch gears. Topper! 59 Mike, check, 59.
They'll run it with Kamara, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Alvin Kamara, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. And now it's blocked. The Bucs pick it up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Following the botched PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Derrick Henry. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go! Check that out.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They'll try the right side with Henry. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Johnson running right. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Go! 57 to Mike.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go!
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. On first down, Jones. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey! High 7!
Mike's 50! Yeah, let's get a second lunch.
Mike's 50!
Stop your whining.
Let's go!
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Ready!
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From the 45 on second down, Jones. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 30.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He was brought down by
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you across state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. From the 16, Jones. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Joker, 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 Joker. Slam, slam. Hard, hard.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready up. 56, Mike, 56. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Stand, stand. Shoot.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. On 4th down, Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that 4th down.
Darnold. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Stocker's got it. Complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Keep it up, guys.
On first down, Darnold. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing again is Darnold. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Rush in! Rush in!
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Delaney Walker, as the first half is winding down, and the Bucs have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Jones now throwing on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. This is Henry, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
57, Mike 57. Red 80. You're not ready. Red 80. Twitch. Watch Twitch.
Third and long, it's Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Ready? 8, read.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
5.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big run there. 29 yards and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yeah.
backside guys,
Man.
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Back. X3. 218. Chopper.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go. Check.
Two draw quarter.
50. Kill. Watch the edge.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 30 base.
50's a mark. Yeah.
Go. Go.
From the 16, Jones setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
60 Pittsburgh.
Those are numbers. Kill.
General West.
Front 9. Know your job.
Hey, seam 6.
Check 49.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Got it.
56. Mike's 56. They gonna need some therapy after this. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
80 weapon.
56 is the mic.
Let's make these.
Hey.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Yep.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Yes.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Down. 18 Gator.
I can't believe they let you play.
61. Matchbox lights.
Switch.
Go. Ready.
Now Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Alvin Kamara He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Go!
Now Jones on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
60 or.
Running with Kamara. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burn here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. Blue there. Greystone, travel.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Mike, 50 Cent. Ready? Don't say nothing. Check.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Johnson was the intended receiver. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Jones from the gun. He'll throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, it's Henry. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. He's going deep for Brown. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Check. Hey, zoom. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
From the 16, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing Jones. And he's got his man Hilton. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. T.Y. Hilton, 84 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. So let's see, that was 3rd and 2. They hit the short pass, having the first down. He said, well, let's get a little more than the first down, all the way into the end zone.
And I know this is the NFL, and 3rd and 2 isn't necessarily a rundown. I think most of the time you play it as a passing down. But you can disguise it a little bit, right? You can show heavy run formation, make it look that way, and still throw the football effectively, as we just saw there. And he's still running, isn't he?
He stopped now and he got 6 points for it.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a grab over the middle by Stocker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Here's Darnold. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Darnold on 3rd down. And Walker has it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Muhammad Wilkerson sacks him that time, coming in off the edge.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Breanne Bonnie Calhoun. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 7-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
All day, dog.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all